Welcome, welcome, welcome to your own fabulous Friday. Let's live this dream with a lot of this day with a lot of dreams, knowing that whatever dreams we are dreaming are all coming true. The very fact that we know that everything's coming true is wonderful. So right now, when we start the peak state programming, once again we'll think of our dreams and feel that they're accomplished, and we are just saying at the end of it, yes, I'm a winner. And so it is. Let's start our morning by energizing ourselves with affirmations. So while you're running, just creatively visualize as well. So it's like, let's do it. Yes, 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 I'm a winner. How wonderful. Now, left leg in the front, right in the back, and let's run once more. Yes, 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 I'm a winner. How wonderful. Let's read a book for yeah. So we are now on our wonderful book and let's read it. Let's take it through and understand what's happening in our life. The book of Ikigai. So yesterday we talked about some beautiful habits which we can intertwine for feeling stress-free, for living a life of purpose, and for adding some value to our lifespan so that we can make it longer. It was all about anti-aging secrets. And today we'll take that step further. So now today you'll hear a very funny statement, but yes, a little stress is good for you. So can I have a volunteer for the day? Meanwhile, he or she is raising their hand. Let me start the chapter. A little stress is good for you. While sustained intense stress is a known enemy of longevity and both mental and physical health. Low levels of stress have been shown to be beneficial. So very simple, intense stress is bad. Definitely it's bad. Mentally also, physically also. But levels of stress have been shown to be beneficial. What are these low levels of stress? So after observing a group of test subjects for more than 20 years, Dr. Howard S. Friedman, a psychology professor at the University of California, Riverside, discovered that people who maintained a low level of stress, who faced challenges and put their heart and soul into their work in order to succeed, lived longer than those who chose a more relaxed lifestyle and retired early. From this, he concluded that a small dose of stress is a positive thing, as those who live with low level of stress tend to develop healthier habits, smoke less, and drink less alcohol. Given this, it is not surprising that many of the supersanitarians, people who live to be 110 or more, whom we'll meet in this book, talk about having lived intense lives and working well into old age. So if we have a sense of purpose, we have an aim, we have a goal, And that goal gives us stress. Okay, this needs to be done, needs to be done, needs to be done. And you're a little stressed about that. You have butterflies in your stomach. Oh, it's churning, No, what will happen? That kind of stress is good because it's for a particular goal, and that goal excites you. That goal is good for your growth. So, you're goal based, and that is good. But the other kind of stress where you just can't handle it is not great for us. So, Sanya, you can start reading from A Lot of Sitting Will Age You.
A lot of sitting will age you. In the Western world in particular, the rise in sedentary behavior has led to numerous diseases such as hypertension and obesity, which in turn affect longevity. Spending too much time seated at work or at home not only reduces muscular and respiratory fitness, but also increases appetite and curbs the desire to participate in activities. Being sedentary can lead to hypertension, imbalanced eating, cardiovascular disease, osteoporosis, and even certain kinds of cancer. Recent studies have shown a connection between a lack of physical activity and the progressive distortion of telomerase in the immune system, which ages those cells and, in turn, the organism as a whole. This is a problem at all life stages, not only among adults. Sedentary children suffer from high rates of obesity and all its associated health issues and risks, which is why it's so important to develop a healthy and active lifestyle at an early age. It's easy to be less sedentary, it just takes a bit of effort and a few changes to your routine. You can access a more active lifestyle that makes us feel better inside and out. We just have to add a few ingredients to our everyday habits.
So, one thing is, children or adults, whoever sit more, firstly, your body starts getting very tired because you're fatigued. Without doing anything, you're fatigued because there's absolutely zero movement in your muscular respiratory system. So you're not able to take a deep breath in. But of course, if you're meditating with deeper breaths, your respiratory system will be perfect. But if you're not doing that, also you're sitting down, a muscular loss will be there. And when this is there, the body keeps on demanding more food. So I don't know how many of you have observed when you're kind of homebound, you're eating much more. When you're busy, you're eating much less. When you're busy, you're much more fresher and not as tired as you are जब घर पे बैठते कुछ नहीं किया फिर भी you're like I'm tired. That's just because of this particular reason. So now even with children, it's nice to keep keeping them busy. Get this, do this, just bring me this, because that is the only way probably they'll be active if they're not into sports, especially in the pandemic times when they're not moving out, they're stuck to the virtual screens. So what do we have to add in a lifestyle? Let's just go point by point. Yes, please, Anand.
Walk to work or just go on a walk for at least 20 minutes each day.
So
Use your
internationally, if you remember, people are walking to the office blocks. There's nothing called cars. There's nothing called. They're just using their feet, right? And anyway, their clothes are placed. If not that, at least 20 minutes of walk every day. Just plan it and move out of your house. Just don't think 20 minutes of stroll within the house. Just move out, maybe the road outside. 20 minutes is important.
Use your feet instead of an elevator or escalator. This is good for your posture, your muscles, and your respiratory system, among other things.
So very important. People forget. People are using elevators, they're using lifts, they're using escalators. Why? Because they just think it's easier and faster. So Prashant's corporate office is 5 floors high, and he never uses a lift. He's only using the staircase just because that's what he wants to keep himself busy, and he wants to keep himself healthy. So, and posture is important. Your back is important. So this is something he's decided. Like even when he comes home, he doesn't take the lift. We're on the top floor, and he just walks up, and okay, great. So this is something which people need to work, and then your muscles are stronger, and you're able to breathe much more because that panting when you're walking up is much better than when you're panting. So my stuff goes in the lift, and I walk down. So because you can't keep your laptop bag and your everything right. So try and take this if possible, the stairs over your escalators or lifts if you have in the house. I mean escalators, elevators. Yes.
Participate in social or leisure activities so that you don't spend too much time in front of the television.
This is very, very important because all the families have become so addicted to TV that their leisure activities have become minimalistic. So, it's very important to play games again and again, I'm saying, but if you don't have partnership, you can even play a solo game by yourself. It's better than watching the television. At least your mind is moving. So when I play the Scrabble, I said it's me and the other person. So that's what I've been doing. I keep playing like that. So you see what works for you. But if you're participating in something social, fantastic. But that means that if you're off the blue screens, whether it's your mobiles, your laptops, your televisions, whatever. Yes.
Replace your junk food with fruit, and you will have less of an urge to snack and more nutrients in your system. Get the right amount of sleep. 7 to 9 hours is good, but any more than that can make us lethargic. Play with children or pets, or join a sports team. This not only strengthens the body, but also stimulates the mind and boosts self esteem.
Do you know people who've got dogs and cats? They are much better in psychological level. They're healing also much faster. Cats have this beautiful quality of giving that healing vibes. So that if you see overseas, especially in England and everyone, people really have cats because they're very good for your health. So if you have pets, it's really nice. Of course, I'm a little allergic to dogs. We don't have in the house. Everyone wants, but it's very beautiful to have pets. And of course, if you have children and they are ready to be sporty and play a game with you, nothing like it. It not only stimulates you mentally, but also physically. And it's really, really, really important even for bonding. So that's why you'll see people keep hugging their pets as if they're family because they truly become family.
Be conscious of your daily routine in order to detect harmful habits and replace them with more positive ones.
And that's something all of us can analyze with Abhipriti Journal. Once you're writing everything in that, what have you done consciously? You're just putting everything in paper. Very gradually, after a week, 10 days, you'll be able to reflect on your lifestyle. Okay, this is something which is not working for me. I'm taking this long break where I'm just sleeping and doing nothing, or I'm seeing TV here. That will make you start analyzing your lifestyle. Sometimes you think we're absolutely perfect track, but that journaling kind of helps us understand. By making these small changes, we can begin to renew our bodies and mind and increase our life expectancy. So, very simple changes, but if you bring them up, you will definitely feel that you're much better and you will be aging more beautifully. The cellular level in your body will be much, much, much stronger. And I definitely would like to add the point of meditation here. It's not mentioned, but if you can start with at least 10 minutes of self meditation, where you are just doing an inner reflection, this will really add to your mental and physical being also. Now, let's read about a model's best kept secret.
Though we age both externally and internally, both physically and mentally, one of the things that tells us the most about people's age is their skin, which takes on different textures and colors according to processes going on beneath the surface. Most of those who make their living as models claim to sleep between 9 and 10 hours the night before a fashion show. This gives their skin a taut, wrinkle free appearance and a healthy, radiant glow. Science has shown that sleep is a key anti aging tool because when we sleep, we generate melatonin, a hormone that occurs naturally in our bodies. The pineal gland produces it from the neurotransmitter serotonin, according to our diurnal and nocturnal rhythms, and it plays a role in our sleep and waking cycles. A powerful antioxidant, melatonin, helps us live longer and also offers the following benefits. It strengthens the immune system. It contains an element that protects against cancer. It promotes the natural production of insulin. It slows the onset of Alzheimer's disease. It helps prevent osteoporosis and helps fight heart disease.
So, for good sleep, one has to sleep so beautifully कि bed पे hit करते ही you are out and done. And that will happen once you have gratitude in your heart. You felt, oh, my day was great and I really felt good. Just a lot of gratitude, counting your 10 blessings, make you say, oh, my day was worthwhile. And you'll be able to sleep so much more faster. It's unbelievable. My husband used to have a little time sleeping, he used to take a little time to sleep. Nowadays, he just gets in the bed and I'm like, 2 minutes, he's like gone in this world of sleeping. So it happens once you have a grateful heart. And if you realize babies have a baby soft skin, right? Why do they have it? They sleep and they sleep and they sleep. And that is a time when they are just becoming more and more and more amazing. So, of course, for human beings like we are grown up, 7 to 9 hours is more than enough. Anything further is going to be kind of harmful. But this pattern of sleep is important if you really want to invest in good lifestyle. And of course, hydration is important. Hydrating the skin is very, very important. Yes, let's go further.
For all these reasons, melatonin is a great ally in preserving youth. It should be noted, however, that melatonin production decreases after age 30. We can compensate for this by eating a balanced diet and getting more calcium, soaking up a moderate amount of sun each day, getting enough sleep, avoiding stress, alcohol, tobacco, and caffeine, all of which makes it harder to get a good night's rest, depriving us of the melatonin we need.
So for this, please add 2 hours switching off your social media, anything to mobiles before your sleep. Of course, it's very important to wake up to wellness, to sleep to wellness. Balanced diet is very important. Getting the right calcium, you will know when you're having it or not. Sunbathing is very important. People say sun gazing is very important. So when you're in the right time, you're sun gazing or you're soaking in the vitamins is very important. Getting enough sleep, we've spoken about it. Avoiding stress, we've spoken in detail how you and I can avoid stress, which is very, very easy to go. Alcohol, tobacco, caffeine, I think we don't need to hear this. We all know that it's not really great. Once in a while is all right, but not all the time. So yes, please.
Experts are trying to determine whether artificially stimulating production of melatonin might help slow the aging process, which would confirm the theory that we already carry the secret to longevity within us.
Now we'll talk about the anti-aging attitudes. So what is the attitude where you and I can, I think everyone will want to know, even the younger, even UV, she's 15, would like to know what is anti-aging. Have you ever heard of people up to 10 saal ke baad be looking younger than we saw you last time? Why is it happening? People are investing in themselves and they have an attitude. What is that? Let's understand it.
Anti aging attitudes. The mind has tremendous power over the body and how quickly it ages. Most doctors agree that the secret to keeping the body young is keeping the mind active, a key element of ikigai, and in not caving in when we face difficulties throughout our lives. One study conducted at Yeshiva University found that the people who live the longest have two dispositional traits in common: a positive attitude and a high degree of emotional awareness. In other words, those who face challenges with a positive outlook and are able to manage their emotions are already well on their way towards longevity.
So I think all of us have embraced the attitude of positivity. We're all living in the world of gratitude and we know the power of a subconscious mind. But this is something we've all kind of really managed. And definitely that's why I keep saying the one-to-one Sangha will always be much, much older than their peers because they are so much more better in their life. Their attitude, their entire thing has shifted now. Now let's talk about a stoic attitude.
A stoic attitude, serenity in the face of a setback, can also help keep you young as it lowers anxiety and stress levels and stabilizes behavior. This can be seen in the greater life expectancies of certain cultures with unhurried, deliberate lifestyles.
So it's very important to be serene, to be calm, even when adversity faces us. And that's something which will keep us very young. I can read an example. So the first LCI Ladies at the International Conference I was going in 2010. And the president, she's from India, the Indian president, and she's coming with a lot of baggage. This was an international flight. And I'm like, how will she manage? And she's coming with heavy baggage and last minute, and the counter is about to close down. But she walks in so calmly, gives her luggage, and the guy says, "Oh, but your ma'am has not checked in yet. She has no luggage, hardly luggage, so we'll adjust yours." And she didn't have to pay a single penny, and all her extra luggage also went through. And she's like, "Sab ho jata hai. It's okay. Don't take stress. Everything is good." I'm like, "Wow, international flight. I'm sitting here 2 hours before, waiting for you to come and check in with you, and here everything is happening so easily." That's her attitude. She's calm and serene. That's something which keeps people young. And believe me, if I say so, her skin it's like as if the 100-watt bulbs have been put in her, face. She's all the time glowing. She's away from cosmetic world because she has no anxiety. She has no stress levels. So very, very important to understand that this is how life should be. Of course, it's to do with the cultural difference also, and we'll talk about that now. Yes, please.
Many centenarians and supercentenarians have similar profiles. They have had full lives that were difficult at times, but they knew how to approach these challenges with a positive attitude and not be overwhelmed by the obstacles they faced. Alexander Rimmick, who in 2014 became the world's oldest living man at age 111, knew he had good genes but understood that other factors contributed too. The life you live is equally or more important for longevity, he said in an interview with Reuters after being added to Guinness World Records in 2014.
But this is very important for all of us to embrace an attitude of let everyone do their bit. Take it easy if somebody is doing something. Yes, just as a partner or as a parent or as a child, say something for their betterment, but don't work on it. That's your thinking, right? They're working at a different thinking. Don't think I, me, and I'm the right. I have all the information. Let people live their own life. They also know what is going wrong or right. So when you're not bothering too much about they should do it my way, then you're definitely adding more years to your life. So live life in a relaxed fashion, letting everyone thrive, not being so judgmental, understanding the concept that everyone has their own journey. And when the time is right, everyone will fall in the right place. So you are no Gyan Mata, Gyan Pitas to be bringing everyone on the road of enlightenment just because you think you're getting enlightened. Talk about it to your family, and if they are wanting to follow it, great. Otherwise, just let it be. Last paragraph for the day is about an ode to longevity. Let's read it.
An ode to longevity. During our stay in Ogim, the village that holds the Guinness record for longevity, a woman who was about to turn 100 years sang the following song for us in a mixture of Japanese and the local dialect. To keep healthy and have a long life, just eat a little of everything with relish. Go to bed early, get up early, and then go out for a walk. We live each day with serenity and we enjoy the journey. To keep healthy and have a long life, we get on well with all of our friends. Summer, spring, fall, winter, we happily enjoy all the seasons. The secret is not to get distracted by how old the fingers are, from the fingers to the head and back once again. If you keep moving with your fingers working, 100 years will come to you. We can now use our fingers to turn the page to the next chapter, where we will look at the close relationship between longevity and discovering our life's mission.
So we will not turn the page, it'll be for tomorrow. But to everyone, also, this is very beautiful for us to understand. Like in Delhi, we can say that we have extreme summers and extreme winters. But it's so sad that people are all the time complaining. बहुत ठंड है भाई इस साल बहुत गर्मी है नहीं बर्दाश्त हो रही. But that's how it is, right? You have the extreme summers or extreme winters, might as well embrace them. People who like all weathers, and like I used to say, I need the heater. I can't survive without the heater. And me and the heater are the best buddies in winters. You'll find us in one corner tucked in my living room. So why? Because I kept conditioning myself that I can't manage without the heater. Or like in summers, I'm very happy without even the AC and pankha and cooler and everything. Like, how do you manage this? Like, my body takes heat very easily. I keep saying, oh, I'm a very cold, a very warm person. So I love the warm weather. So, but the truth is, we should accept all weathers the way they are rather than complaining because that's enjoy the beauty. Winters, you wear your coat, summers, you just wear light cottons. It's comfortable. So that's what even Japanese believe in. So, yes, today's chapter is beautiful. Sanya, I will want you to read it. Let me just see where we stopped. Just give me a second. Yes, mind and spirit do not grow old. This is where we are at page number 244.
The Bible says, and this is life eternal, they might they might know the only true God. John 17:3. The man who thinks or believes that the earthly cycle of birth, adolescence, youth, maturity, and old age is all there is to life is indeed to be pitied. Such a man has no anchor, no hope, no vision, and to him life has no meaning. This type of belief brings frustration, stagnation, cynicism, and a sense of hopelessness, resulting in neurosis and mental aberrations of all kinds. If you cannot play a fast game of tennis or swim as fast as your son, or if your body has slowed down or you walk with a slow step, remember life is always clothing itself anew. What men call death is but a journey to a new city in another dimension of life.
This is something we all should understand. Our soul is forever there, and there's nothing called a death. So, in fact, you know what? The good news for the spirit is, you ever seen a bird in a cage or animals in cages? That's how a spirit feels when it's in a body. So the minute you die, a human being dies, the spirit is even freer. Oh, I'm like free. I'm back to going home. Home is where God lives, right? So there's nothing called death. So, if you have a fear that if I die, what is going to happen? Oh, nothing's going to happen. Your soul will evolve and you will just feel this body, I've just left it. So please use this body for your internal growth. But what are we stuck in? Man-made stuff. Yes, I agree that you should have goals and you should do them well. But why not work on your internal growing as well? Why not work on those goals, keeping society in mind, keeping environment in mind? So let's increase our vision for even better wellness of the planet also. Let that also become a part of your vision. Let your country also grow. Of course, I don't believe in separations and boundaries, but even if we have something, start working on it. Play the fast game of life where you're just nailing it. So growing internally is very important. Spiritually going inward is very, very important. But there's nothing called life and death. And yes, as Badri says, his book is absolutely beautiful. And life is beautiful, but death is even more beautiful. But people are like, oh, main mar jaunga, to kya hoga? What will happen? Oh, nothing will happen. Things move on. And I tell you, people mourn for some time or a little longer, but then things continue. I'll tell you something. We lost Rishi, and the 13th day, we are Jains, like by birth. And in us, there's nothing called 13 days. We believe the soul is free and will take reincarnation somewhere very soon. So on 13th day, Dad's new factory's inauguration was there, and he went for it. Life doesn't stop. Life doesn't change. Things are continuing as it is. So just play the game of life beautifully, add purpose to it in all your realms, be it mental, social, spiritual, emotional. Keep growing. That's how it's always going to be. Yes, please, let's continue.
I say to men and women in my lectures that they should accept what we call old age gracefully. Age has its own glory, beauty, and wisdom which belong to it. Peace, love, joy, beauty, happiness, wisdom, goodwill, and understanding are qualities which never grow old or die. Ralph Waldo Emerson, poet and philosopher, said, "We do not count a man's years until he has nothing else to count." Your character, the quality of your mind, your faith, and your convictions are not subject to decay.
Okay, I had a beautiful conversation yesterday with Sanya, and I wish to throw some light to people who are not aware of it. So, as she says, 84 lakh योनियां बोलते हैं हिंदी में. 84 lakh births we all take before we become a human body. So for this, you have been plants, minerals, rocks, animal kingdom, all kinds of kingdoms till the time you advance on to a human kingdom. And in the human kingdom, we forget the purpose of our life. So first purpose of our life is love. Second is light. We have to be in the world of love and light. And that's why Dr. Murphy is saying peace, love, joy, beauty, happiness, wisdom, goodwill are qualities that are eternal because this is what we're supposed to be. So having goodwill in your heart is very important. Being wise is very important. Somebody will say, the older you are, the more wiser you are. Not really. Even Yuvi is 15. Even she could be very wise. Why? Because if you're wise enough not to criticize, embrace life with everything that this is great, everything's for a purpose, then you're very, very wise. It doesn't matter. It's not the age. So please remember one thing: when we come in a human life, we forget what we are here for. That's why sometimes PLR is important. Just to realize ki, what is my purpose, or connecting with your higher self is important to realize, okay, where am I going wrong? Right or wrong is something that we all can hear. I told this to all of you before. I have spent 9 lives doing the same pattern again and again and again, not realizing that it's all wasted. So you reincarnate on Mother Earth as a human being. And when you reincarnate here, remember one thing: your journey here is much faster. What you can do here, learn here for yourself is so much more faster. Back when you're going home or where the God lives, the journey is much slower. What you'll do in 100 years, you will take 1,000 years to do it there. So don't waste your single day also. Keep contributing to your growth, inner and outer both. Very important to realize that. That is why you have Abhipriti, where you're going internally and saying, have I done meditation? Have I helped somebody? Have I done something for somebody else's evolution also? Or it's all about I, me, and am. And that somebody else is not just you and your loved ones. It's somebody that you don't even know. So let's get that part of us clearly. As in our own religion, it says 10%. All religions say 10% of your time, 10% of your money goes towards empowering. So embrace that fact because your spirit is always here for a reason. So yes, absolutely, there's no past, there's no future, but right now, everything is right now. The power is now. In fact, the book is going to unfold just in a matter of a day. So, Hania, next to the next one. Alifia, you can type the question. I can't take it up on live. Yes, please. You're as young as you think you are.
I give public lectures in Caxton Hall, London, England, every few years. And following one of these lectures, a surgeon said to me, I'm 84 years of age. I operate every morning, visit patients in the afternoons, and I write for medical and other scientific journals in the evening. His attitude was that he was as useful as he believed himself to be, and that he was as young as his thoughts. He said to me, it's true what you said. Man is as strong as he thinks he is, and as valuable as he thinks he is. This surgeon was not surrendered to advancing years. He knows that he is immortal. His final comment to me was, if I should pass on tomorrow, I would be operating on people in the next dimension, not with a surgeon's scalpel, but with a mental and spiritual surgery.
So the other dimension that he's talking about is in the other dimension means we are on one dimension where life is at its gross level on planet Earth. So the other dimensions are also there where you and I'm working towards escalating. And that time it's all about spiritual energy and spiritual surgery. That's why he's saying. So what's happening when a human being dies? He takes time to think and plan with his angels and guardians and the God Supreme. And what is the purpose of my soul? And now where do I reincarnate? And when do I reincarnate? If he's acquired good karmas, he may decide to have a 500 year or 1,000 year break between two lives, or he may just want to come immediately, like the next day. Depends upon the soul's energy. So that's why, Alifia, your question is being answered. That the soul decides when it wants to reincarnate, and when it reincarnates, what all karmas. So actually, karma is a bad word to use because you don't want karma. Ultimately, in life, there should be no karma. Like there should be no attachment. It should be detached. But here, when we come, everything is karma. Good is karma, bad is karma. So you're acquiring a lot of karmas. We'll talk about that some other time. In Vedanta, they talk about akarm, vikarm, and karm. So that's something which is much more deeper. But right now, let's understand one thing. We've come on Mother Earth, in this planet, on this life, taking this life. Just work on yourselves in every part of you. Your gray hair are an asset.
Don't ever quit a job and say, I'm retired, I'm old, I'm finished. That would be stagnation, death, and you would be finished. Some men are old at 30, while others are young at 80. The mind is the master weaver, the architect, the designer, and the sculptor. George Bernard Shaw was active at 90, and the artistic quality of his mind had not relaxed from active duty. I met I meet men and women who tell me that some employers almost slam the door in their faces when they say they are over 40. This attitude on the part of the employers is to be considered cold, callous, evil, and completely void of compassion and understanding. The total emphasis seems to be on youth. That is, you must be under 35 of age to receive consideration. The reasoning behind this is certainly very shallow. If the employer would stop and think, he would realize that the man or woman was not selling his age or gray hair. Rather, he was willing to give of his talents, his experience, and his wisdom gathered through years of experience in the marketplace of life.
So it's very beautifully articulated, and unfortunately, a lot of people become victims of so-called age. The younger, the better, but even the older, the better. Why not? Because they come with so much more experience. Sometimes stuck up also, but sometimes advantage. So I don't know if you've seen this movie called Intern. It's so beautiful. It's about this gentleman working in a factory, and then he's coming back to it after 30 or 40 years gap, and the compound is the same, but the work is completely new, and how the younger one and the older one are evolving. So life is beautiful. Every age is beautiful. So let's enjoy such kind of, I think age is truly an asset, and that's what the next thing is all about.
Age is an asset. Your age should be a distinct asset to any organization because of your practice and application through the years of the principles of the Golden Rule and the law of love and goodwill. Your gray hair, if you have any, should stand for greater wisdom, skill, and understanding. Your emotional and spiritual maturity should be a tremendous blessing to any organization. A man should not be asked to resign when he is 65 years of age. That is the time of life when he could be most useful in handling personnel problems, making plans for the future, making decisions, and guiding others in the realm of creative ideas based on his experience and insight into the nature of the business.
It's very beautifully again said. Like if Modi ji had to retire, why are they extending the age a bit more? Because sometimes if you're physically active, age is not a problem. If physically worn down, then of course age is a problem. So age is all in the mind. But age is truly an asset if you want it to be. So if you and I'm aging every day, yesterday I read a very beautiful thing by I think Warren Buffett had he said 20 pages a day if you read. By the end of the year, 20 books strong you are. So how wonderful that I realized that, we should keep reading newer books rather than the similar books. So yesterday, I have this group with a few old Sangha Mitras and I said, I'm so excited about the new books, for the third season, because all of them are almost new because it's going to be more exciting to read new books. The first time, second time, so these books I've read like what, 10, 12, 15 years ago, and they came back to me. It was fun. Reading them in the first Sangha was fun. Second time, it's just too less a gap and we're revisiting the facts. So I was like, okay, we will not do these books again for at least a while because let's keep reinventing ourselves and growing up with knowledge. Such beautiful books, so much. Why repeat? So yes, let's keep enjoying our age and let's make it an asset. So be your age. Yes, beautiful.
A motion picture writer in Hollywood told me that he had to write scripts which would cater to the 12-year-old mind. This is a tragic state of affairs if the great masses of the people are expected to become emotionally and spiritually mature. It means that the emphasis is placed on youth in spite of the fact that youth stands for inexperience, lack of
Discernment.
discernment, and hasty judgment.
So again, very, very important to know that it's just nice to be your age. There's, young children are trying to ape the elders are trying to become like youngsters. So I think elders becoming like youngsters still okay, but young people should actually enjoy the age that they are in. It's beautiful to be the age that you are in. But having said that, if anybody wishes to be older or younger, it's each to their own. It's absolutely all right. I can keep up with the best of them.
I am now thinking of a man 65 years of age who's trying frantically to keep young. He swims with young men every Sunday, goes on long hikes, plays tennis, and boasts of his prowess, and physical powers, saying, "Look, I can keep up with the best of them." He should remember the great truth. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Diets, exercises, and games of all kinds will not keep this man young. It is necessary for him to observe that he grows old or remains young in accordance with his processes of thinking. Your subconscious mind is conditioned by your thoughts. If your thoughts are constantly on the beautiful, the noble, and the good, you will remain young regardless of the chronological years.
So that's very true, but it's also been said that if you keep young company, you stay young. If you keep old company, you become old. Why? Because that's the conducive thinking of the group that's going around. But if your group is old, but they have young thinking, so it is. Whatever we think, that's what happens. It doesn't matter where we are. But if we're keeping ourselves young mentally, we're keeping ourselves on a young diet, we will always look young, no matter how old you become. The fear of old age.
Job said, "The thing which I greatly feared is come upon me." There are many people who fear old age and are uncertain about the future because they anticipate mental and physical deterioration as the years advance. What they think and feel comes to pass. You grow old when you lose interest in life, when you cease to dream, to hunger after new truths, and to search for new worlds to conquer. When your mind is open to new ideas, new interests, and when you raise the curtain and let in the sunshine and inspiration of new truths of life and the universe, you will be young and vital.
Yeah, so let's just read the next one.
You have much to give. If you are 65 or 95 years of age, realize you have much to give. You can help stabilize, advise, and direct the younger generation. You can give the benefit of your knowledge, your experience, and your wisdom. You can always look ahead for At all times, you are gazing into infinite life. You will find that you can never cease to unveil the glories and wonders of life. Try to learn something new every moment of the day, and you will find your mind will always be young.
So is anybody finding a change that you're reading something new and you say, "Oh, I have never realized this before." It's absolutely new knowledge, and it's every day something new is coming up and getting wiser. And there's so much that is happening, and I can do so much, and I can learn so much. Is that happening with any one of you? Are you actually feeling it? Why is it happening? Because we're keeping in good company, we're learning, we're evolving, we're going beyond ourselves. If we were sleeping at this time, अगर 5 to 6:30 हम लोग normal life में होते, क्या कर रहे होते हम लोग? Whiling our time, probably, even in the morning bit, maybe meditations, yes. But here, at 1.5 hour, we're just learning something new. At every step, something new is coming. And the story before this, what did it say? As you grow old, you lose interest in life. Why? Because you're stuck up. No, ye karna hai. There's nothing new. But if you're hungry to learn something new, imagine how wonderful it will be. So Bauji, as I keep saying, he's 88, right? He learned his laptop every day. He's finding something new. अच्छा हमने आज ये पढ़ा कंप्यूटर पे. अच्छा हमने आज ये ढूंढा. And Ani is like, अब हम इसको साहित्य को ये पढ़ रहे हैं. अब हम ये लिख रहे हैं. देखो हमने ये निकाया. Every day the couple on their own, he on his own world, she in an old world is doing what they like. They're open to new ideas, to new interests. So when Rishi crossed over, I sent her a book of, by Khurshid Bhavnagri. So I was like, Ma, this is how life is. ये हमारे इसमें तो नहीं लिखा हुआ. I said, Mama, this is like Garud Puran. But she was open and receptive to the idea. And when that happens, you're always growing younger because new truths of life are coming your way. So let's keep growing younger. Let's keep realizing how life is. Just because all of us have so much to learn and so much to give. So the minute we start learning, we'll start growing beyond our I, me, and am. I don't know how much difference it will make to you, but there will come a time in all of your life when you'll not be stuck up in, okay, which gown am I wearing, or what watch am I buying, or which solitaire am I buying. Yes, that will be important for you even later, and it's good to be important, but you will evolve and say, I want to give back to society. I want to do this. Okay, I really want to add my value here. It's very beautiful to keep giving. And unconditional giving is most important. So I hope that point comes in our life where we'll become unconditional givers. Right now, we're all receiving. So remember one thing, you've invested this 1 hour, 21 minutes for 1 to 1 days. So you've taken a lot, right, from so many beautiful authors. And now there should come a time that we should start giving. I'm very proud of Sunita Pradhan in our Sangha. She's teaching one by one these books to some batch of people in her city. It's nice she's giving in. So 1 hour a day she's teaching. So it's very beautiful to start adding some value to people's lives. And I always say, please, gift the book of magic to your young friends. It's fun to do the magic book with my students right now. The evening batch is so chotu babies, 5, 6, 7, 8, and they have, and the way it's so cute. They don't even know half the tough English words, and it's so much of fun. So yeah, let's start giving it. If you have children, grandchildren, please send them in the evening batch. Today will be our day one for Magic Book. And it's fun. Their mothers are doing it, their parents and grandparents are doing it. Let's start giving into society. It's very, very beautiful. Tomorrow we'll start from 110 years old and we'll conclude the book tomorrow. So that means Sunday we start The Power of Now. So Ritesh sir, please make a note. Sunday we're starting, not today. Let's just flow with how it's happening. So yes, Sarita, you are doing a great job. So I'm very proud of you. So Ritesh sir, for the last book by Magic, the Magic Weight Loss Pill by Luke Cotino. Today we'll conclude the chapter in that book. So yes, some conclusion somewhere. And it's nice to even give in good values to your staff members, because I believe if you keep your staff happy and they have good values, it's beautiful. So I started this Magic Book Reading Club in my office. I gave them MISs to fill. It's nice to see the energy. Every day, everyone's, the entire staff, all of them are doing the same chapter. And then we discuss sometimes. So it's good fun to gift. Of course, and if somebody wants to start that culture, all the recordings are on YouTube. One of your staff members can post one a day. So let's evolve and let's make people evolve. So yes, it's beautiful. And page number 73, we had stopped at moderation is key. Today we will start about most of my clients. So yes, let's start from there.
Most of my clients who lose weight rapidly are the ones who finally come to terms with the fact that their weekend and social calendar can do the most damage to their health and weight goals. as well as consuming restaurant food too often. Most of these clients lose weight by just brisk walking for 45 minutes, 6 days out of 7. They may add some yoga, flexibility training, Pilates, or even a bit of strength training using their own body weight. Every workout program should contain exercises that revolve around squats, lunges, planks, push ups, and pull ups. These are functional moves and train the muscles that we need now and when we get old. If you enjoy running, weightlifting, or CrossFit, so be it. But ensure you are eating the right type and quantity of nutrients that your body requires to support your training and that you are getting the right amount of rest. High intensity interval training, HIIT, is no doubt one of the best ways to get stronger and lose fat. But please remember that across the United States, it's usually advised and encouraged that you do a fitness test first to gauge your level and then select a suitable program that lets you build up to a safe HIIT workout. Unfortunately, in India, fitness tests don't exist, and heavy and overweight people engage in HIIT, which surely helps them lose some weight, but at the cost of injury and inflammation.
So again, very important for all of us to remind ourselves, if we are not into exercise, start with, like we read in the book of Ikigai, 20 minutes a day. Let's start walking that much. I think even Dr. Murphy talked about it. And then build it up 45 minutes. Remember, every step counts, every minute counts. So if you're doing that for 5 or 6 days a week, I think one day you can all take a rest from your lifestyle. Just take it easy if you want. 6 days, if you're doing your walks, it's good enough. Once you graduated to 45 minutes, then you can do some HIIT, because by then your muscles, your arm muscles and your leg muscles would have gotten conditioned to working a bit. HIIT is great, but please be careful as you may have some muscle losses, muscle wear and tear also in that. So just be a bit careful. And HIIT is great to do under medical supervision, or if not medical supervision, at least with a professional. Don't just try on your own. So I think in the last batch somebody tried on her own and then she had a wear and tear. So just be careful. HIIT is good, but again with people. Safety and exercise.
Over the last few years, with an increase in obesity related diseases, gyms and various forms of exercises, the number of exercise related injuries and waiting lines outside physiotherapy clinics have also grown. Exercise is supposed to make you feel better and stronger. You should be getting more agile and flexible rather than tight and cramped. It should reduce pain instead of increasing it and make you feel energetic, not fatigued. Exercise should leave you craving healthy food and not items laced with excess salt and sugar. Injury caused due to exercise can affect one's lifestyle and quality of life now and later as well. Some of the most common areas of injuries are neck and shoulders, trapezius, knees, lower back, hip. Most of these injuries are caused due to improper form, overtraining, neglecting important muscles, and only focusing on visually appealing body parts or muscles. Improper and insufficient warm up and cool down. Insufficient and incorrect stretching. Training without a solid goal in mind. Following fad exercise regimes. Insufficient rest and recovery. Ignoring your weaker muscles.
So one thing is, all of us should understand that our body is beautiful. It's got a pharmacy on its own, lots of sciences attached. The law of attraction is very much in our body. That's why two atoms come together and that's how we are all formed. So, right? There's a lot of science going on in our body. To upkeep this beautiful body is also a lot of science required. Exercising is a beautiful science, which none of us take it seriously. It's got its pros and cons, it's got its combinations. And if you have pain in the body initially, which is very bound to happen because you're exercising a muscle which you haven't exercised, even people who haven't moved for a while and the stretch also, like normal stretches, and you're doing it every single day, even stomach bends or side stretches, you will have those aches and pains, and that's great. But they should give you some energy and not make you feel like, oh, I'm so sapped out. If that is happening and if you're taking sugar on or excess salt, it's really fatal. 48 hours is the maximum period that our body should be able to acclimatize to our exercising regime. And just be very careful. I've heard of so many people, they had the cervical problems because they haven't done the right, exercising. So be very, very, very careful. Don't do overtraining. It's never important. Your proper forms are important. So that's why initially to learn your HIIT or whatever, have professionals or proper videos and let your body guide you. If your body is saying no, it's not right, it's not right. Your body definitely will tell you. And keep flexing on your muscles. Keep working on them part by part. And also for people who are starting afresh, I don't know if you know, I've been into gym time big time. You have to have this very important part of warming up and cooling down because you're making your muscles come in a zone of excess warmth. So for that, you have to warm up a bit for them to open up and then again close them by cooling down. It's very, very, very important. And these will be taken care of with professionals. Of course, if you're doing it on your own, please be very, very, very careful. Yes, please. Yes, Anya.
There's a lot of science to exercise. The best exercises that everyone should be able to do before getting into fancier programs and movements are squats, lunges, full unsupported push ups, plank, hold for at least 30 seconds, and work out your way up to a minute. We sit up, stationary or moving, 5 kilometer walk or 4 kilometer run, pull ups, seated toe reaches, jumping jacks, high knees.
So these are some for some of you they're Latin Greek, for some of you they're very very normal. So if you can do these, that means you're going to the next level. So at least start doing them. But I would say again, I would repeat, depending upon which part are you in, slowly and gradually go up. Why these exercises? Let's understand.
I've mentioned these exercises because they use all your vital muscles that are required for day to day movement, posture, and body alignment. If you struggle with the exercises mentioned above, it means you should not be lifting weights, doing kickboxing or HIIT, or running marathons. The exercise the exercises listed on the previous page will automatically develop a strong core for you, which will prevent injury, keep you strong, align your posture, strengthen your back, help you move better and faster, and keep you strong, agile, and flexible. Doing these exercises with perfect form is sufficient to get you toned and reach your ideal weight. Mix the above with yoga and Pilates, and you will have a perfect exercise regime. Also, sitting is the new smoking. It is essential to aim for activity throughout the day and not just 1 hour workout. The workout is rendered quite useless if you spend the rest of your day sitting or lead a sedentary lifestyle. As food is such an integral part of fitness and working out, one of the most important guidelines that you should definitely not ignore is if you work out more, you should eat more of the right food. And on the days you work out less, you should eat less.
So I hope you understand this entire science of working out, eating, or resting. And if one day you're eating too much, how to balance it. But again, as I say, Luke Carino taught this and imbibed in all of us. That journaling is very important. Journaling of only in the food is not important only, but even your lifestyle, what you and I'm investing in, what are we doing? That's why the Abhipriti is there. Even for people who are fit, there's no harm in just ticking off those boxes and writing a bit about. At least you'll realize what is going great and what is not going great. It's good to analyze by the end of the day and doesn't take too long. So I would again recommend to journal because it's very important for your and my growing. But of course, a lot of us are not being able to do it for our own best known reasons. So, but if you start doing all the 5 books also every day, how long is it taking? Is someone doing all the five books? Is anyone doing? So I'd like to know if somebody is doing the morning pages in the Abhipriti and doing in the Abhivyakti and doing your journaling of lifestyle and your 3 other book. How long does it take, Rigo and Naveen and Nehal? How long for all the 5? Are you spacing it out or are you even Shami and Ankur are doing it all? It's okay. How long does it take? So are you spacing it or are you doing together? 15 minutes in morning for, okay. Is that Rigo? That can't be for all, right? 10 in the evening. Yeah, that's what. That's what she's done, and it's beautiful that she's divided her time into 2 bits or 2 or 3 bits in total 1 hour. 1 hour is a little too much, Nehal. I don't think it takes 1 hour because reflections are happening while we're reading. So whatever best part we're liking about our reading, we're writing that time. But yeah, if it's taking 1 hour, it's fine. But if you're dividing it 3 times, then it's easy, right? So, but this is very important for all of us because until we put in, so again, knowledge is wonderful, but intertwining the knowledge into our life is even more important. So let's just keep doing. Some people say it's too much. but some people say, no, it's not too much. We're loving it. So when I had the first batch, we only had the first 3 journals. Then we realized that, okay, lifestyle journaling is important. And then the artist way was coming. So, you can just draw, write, whatever. So Abhivyakti came in. Okay, a lot of you, Ritesh sir, we are done with the book. Thank you. I like to see everyone, probably the gallery view. So a lot of you have not begun your artist way till now. I genuinely want to know, why is this mental block there with all of you? Why have, and just be open about it. I told Alona, I was having a conversation with her day before. I said, it doesn't take more than 20 minutes a week, for doing the tasks for the week. It's just running you back to your mental being to remind you of what you did. So I was even telling her that when I did the first time the artist way, so even my days that time also was a Tuesday, and I was doing a solo journey. There was no one with me. Sometimes when I did not do it, on Monday also I would do it. Okay, let me do it. It's nicer to do it on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday latest. But if you can't do it, at least do it till Tuesday, till Monday, because it's very important to do that. So I don't think anyone's begun artist way. Have we begun? A month is over almost into that journey. So first week was all about introduction. Second week we involved the morning pages and artist day. So yeah, I know you haven't done, Kripa. I know many people haven't done. Thank you for being honest. And thank you, Rigo and Naveen, for doing it. It's very important to do it and doesn't take time. So, Rigo, will you want to share with you, because you have been doing it, Naveen or you, whoever, one of you, both of you, what is your experience with Artist Way and how long do you take to do it?
Yeah, good morning, Prachi, and good morning, everyone. So I think art has been a great, I would say, addition to the whole learning which we are having. What I'm finding is, especially when I'm writing the morning pages, it is actually connecting to the inner self, and a lot of these thoughts are coming directly. I'm not thinking, but they're just flowing, and the whole page is written in about a matter of about 5 minutes.
Right.
And this is something which is really, like, it is, I would say, a great connect. And this is also helping in other things in the day also, because when this connect is established, it also helps in other things to flow. So that's a great thing.
And how about the weekly task, which
so the two parts to it. One is the artist date. Artist days have been kind of mixed things. Like, for example, the first date was actually to go to a mall, went to some bookshops and shopped around. So that is one. A second week was actually go to a spa. The one of the week was to go to a plant nursery. We bought lots of flowers and plants. And this week I'm planning a game of golf on Sunday.
Oh, wonderful. So great that you're doing the artist week and so the artist date and the morning pages. Now, I really want to emphasize on task. Have you been able to do the tasks, the weekly tasks of 5 things in the past or whatever, that analysis?
Yeah, we've written it.
And how long does it take?
About an hour. About an hour.
An hour a week is max, which you can even divide. So when I did my artist day, the third week, it took me maximum half an hour because the thoughts came back so quickly. 5 things I used to love. What is my room all about? So it depends upon your speed, So an hour is maximum a couple is taking for doing this. I'm telling you, this book is actually the best book in the entire set of 4 months. You have 1-to-1 days, which is 4 months. Please, Richard, it in 46 minutes. So again, upon our speed. Don't take it so lightly. बहुत easy है. Morning pages मुझे पता है आप सब लोग कर रहे हैं. I know artist date पे आप लोग pretty much जा रहे हैं. But the assignments are very important. Don't take them so lightly. And अभी भी नहीं किया है, so start now. Believe me, परतें खुलेंगी. You're like, I again keep using the example of an onion, because an onion is pretty big. It's got so many layers, and ultimately it becomes nothing, right? That's how we all are supposed to be. Or maybe an orange. You just start peeling off, and there's nothingness. And that's what we all needed. So please, I request once again, do it. Tuesday is coming around. 5th week will start. Please. So 1st and 2nd week is okay. That's introduction, morning and artist day. So that's okay. 3rd, 4th week, please do it. बहुत too much नहीं है. Too much हो जाएगा, तो you'll have a disconnect. So thank you, Rigo and Naveen, for sharing your light. And I love the Facebook post as well. It's really beautiful to go there and see the post. Thank you so much for integrity. So, Sangeeta, if you didn't understand properly, can you please call me up? I'll leave you to the factory at about 7. So please call me at about 8. I'll have finished my meditation. So then let's connect at 8 o'clock, Sangeeta, if possible, or by 8:13, because 9:15 I'll be at the factory. So anything before that, just let me know, message me, WhatsApp me, rather than email, and let's connect. I'll explain to you bit by bit. I'll carry the book with me. So people who have a doubt, you also have catalysts, you also have boosters. If they can explain to you, great. If they can't, I'm very much there. I don't want you to lag in your journey here, because the artist way is actually the beautiful way to make your life much more beautiful. If you've done the Sangha one, this one book is equal to the entire Sangha 1 and 2. It's actually so deep. So abhi to shuru ho raha, you don't even know what's coming your way. It's a magical book, and if you're taking it lightly, don't. So Sailesh, you're the culprit here. So in your catalyst, you're not doing it right. So catalysts, you have to wake up and do it and share experiences. So all of you, I request you with wholehearted humbleness, please, please, please start doing the book, because it's really beautiful. It helped me evolve a lot 12 years ago. So Bharat Bhai, if you can't understand, pehle to, Bharat Bhai, I truly feel you have to try to understand. If you haven't, please एक बार पढ़ें. वो flyers आए हुए हैं, अमृता बेचती हैं. एक बार पढ़ें. It's very simple. बस उसको follow करना है. नहीं हुआ है, so can someone take the responsibility of telling Bharat Bhai? Can he call up somebody? Because I can't do on a one-to-one explanation with everyone, but this also. So Nehal, please call up Bharat Bhai, fix up a time with him, take his number from the group. Or Shivani, so Nehal can tell Bharat Bhai. Sangeeta, you can be Shivani's buddy. Shivani, you can help them. Mudita, so yes, in that case, what do we do? Tell me, okay, it's 6 o'clock today. How about fixing up a Sunday for a little longer hour to understand this book? Is that okay? Or Shivani can do that on a one-to-one with whoever. Shivani, please take down the notes. Mudita is not clear. Prachi Diwan is not clear. Bharat Bhai is not clear. And Sunita Pradhan wants to do 3rd and 4th week. Sunita, I think you have evolved pretty much. First, see it clearly yourself. If you can't, then speak to me. So I request Sunita Pradhan to speak to me, and Kripa also did. So a little bit is something you will all understand. Otherwise, call me up, fix up with me. Because I think you are not trying to understand the artist's way. It's such a simple book. So if we can't, then Sunday, let's extend the session by about half an hour. And if Ritesh sir needs to leave, he can leave after the coaching and we can continue the session. So let's do on Sunday. But uske pehle, I want all of you to please, please, please do and make an effort. The flyers are there. Aapko zarurat nahi hai book padhne ki. Don't go back to reading the book. Just see the flyers. That's all. Yeah, so let's start it, because I really want all of us to start this journey. So thank you. Ritesh sir, let's move on to a heart thought for the day, and then we'll go to a meditation. You know, my job is just not to coach and get out of it. I'll only feel good if we are all evolving. And if we're not doing even one book or one part of it, then the work is not going to be great. We're not coming here to just spend our 1.5 hours. We have to evolve after this 1.5 hours. So today is about health again. My body, mind, and spirit are a healthy team. So this is the Trinity is there in our body, and they're absolutely healthy. So good health is having no fatigue, having a good appetite, going to sleep and awakening easily, having a good memory, having good humor, having precision in thought and action, and being honest, humble, grateful, and loving. How healthy are you? So very important for all of us to understand that it's absolutely wonderful to be healthy, and healthy not only just physically but mentally also. So let's keep evolving. And when I keep saying that, I keep saying even spirit has to be healthy. Spiritually, you have to be healthy. We all have to understand what is spirituality. And the entire essence of spirituality is love and light. If we just follow the path of love, we're pretty much reaching there deeper and deeper. Of course, a lot will come our way in spirituality, but if you're not doing the very beautiful book of Artist's Way, then how do you and I go deeper in our world? So let's just take a deeper dive. Yes, Reena, thank you. Good to see you after long and to hear your voice.
Yeah. Thank you, Prachi. The body is always talking to you. What do you do when you get a message from the body, such as a little ache or pain? Usually, you run to the medicine cabinet or the drugstore and take a pill. In effect, you say to the body, "Shut up, I don't want to hear you. Don't talk to me." That is not loving the body. When you get the first ache or pain, or the slightest thing seems to go wrong, sit down, close your eyes, and very quickly ask yourself, what is it I need to know? Listen a few minutes for the answer. It may be as simple as get some sleep, or it may be stronger. If you want your body to work well for you for a long time, then you need to be a part of the body, mind, and spirit healing team.
Okay. So because the page number I just saw is 1 to 1, I feel I have the thing of explaining this. So very important for all of us to realize that our body is all the time giving us messages. Our subconscious mind, the spirit is always giving us messages. But we are so stuck up in our mindful games, I would say mindless games, that we are not even realizing that we are getting these messages. It's very imperative for all of us to now start becoming attuned to the fact that our body is speaking and our soul is speaking to us. And when that happens, you and I have to keep growing bigger and bigger, as in our knowledge bank. So if your body says that if the tummy is hurting, what do? You simply keep asking yourself, you put your hand in your tummy and you say, okay, you're healing. I know there's been a problem. I'm sorry if I have abused you. And that time you can put on the Ho'oponopono song and go body part by body part, say sorry, say thank you, keep loving it. Very important to keep loving your body part and then just say, okay, just let me know if I'm supposed to eat something, do something, and quickly a thought will come. Okay, skip lunch today. You don't need lunch because I need time to heal myself. So today, just be off lunch, probably just have fruits at 5 o'clock. These messages will come to you. So body is talking and your subconscious mind is also talking to you. Do this. That time, please start healing yourself. Touch your body part, give it your healing, have the Ho'oponopono song, listen to your body, and sometimes you even need to quiet your eyes and lie down. Even that's healing. So please remember, together we can emerge stronger if we work on our holistic healing. Very, very, very important to grow up into a world of knowledge, into a world of listening. The problem with all of us is we don't listen. Have you seen a group of women or men or a mixed group? Everyone is out to talk. सुनने वाले कौन होते हैं? सबको अपनी बात बोलनी होती है. So start listening to others, to yourself. Your body has beautiful messages for you. Your mind has beautiful messages for you. Your soul has beautiful messages for you. And only then when can we hear. So why do some of us meet our higher self much sooner than the others? Can I simply ask this question? I'm not belittling anyone else or I'm not making somebody go on a pedestal. Why is it that some people can meet the higher self sooner and some people can't? I'll give you a simple explanation. Because those of us who can't meet is because we have put ourselves into a box of do's and don'ts. And we are so cluttered in the mind with the noise that's going around that we're unable to go deeper and hear our inner self. How will our higher self speak to us? How will our body speak to us? So please let's go deeper and understand that we have to learn to listen. And for this, we can start affirming, I listen, I'm a beautiful listener, or I'm a very able listener. The minute you start saying that again and again and again, when your soul is speaking to you, you can hear. When your body is speaking to you, you can hear. When your heart is telling you something, you can hear. And when something is happening in life and people are going through something, you'll be able to hear. You know what? What will happen? Your vibes will become healing. People will know I'm talking to Sapna and she gives me on the right path. I'm healed. All of us should have that aura that people speak to us and we become like, we are good for them. So let's become listeners. बहुत कमी है इस department में. People are not there to listen. People are only there to speak. So let's start listening. All right. So let's move on to our meditation. Scheduling is very important. So that's why Abhipriti is there. Because then we'll be able to balance our life. We'll know which is the time for spirituality, which is the time for mental growth, physical growth, our work. Our backs absolutely straight. Our feet firmly placed on ground below. If you prefer to cross leg, just imagine that you're grounded and you're sitting on a floor. The idea is to feel the connection with Mother Earth. So if your feet are not on the floor, at least your laps, your cross-legged, you're sitting on the floor. Imagine that. It's all about imagination and feeling. Your eyes are closed. Your face has a beautiful smile. Your hands are comfortably placed. And let's inhale in love. Feel the love pulsating in your body. In every part of you, there's love, love, and love. Gently exhale it and share your love as widely as possible. Increase your circle of love by sharing your love. Inhale light. The universal light is now in your internal being. It's dispelling all darkness that you may have had internally in your mind and your body. And as you exhale, you're sharing your light with the world. How wonderful. Inhale prosperity. You're prospering in every part of being. Whatever you're taking up, you're prospering. Because intention is beautiful. Gradually exhale it and share the prosperity with the world. Remember, the more you share, the more you care. The more you give, the more you get. So if you're sharing ideas of prosperity, what you're getting is a lot of love and satisfaction. Financial, physical, taking can come in later, but the feeling is amazing. We are all in a world of feelings because life is beautiful. Life is a pleasure. Life is a journey. Lots of ups and downs will come. Lots of emotional upheavals will come. But with our new knowledge, we are reinventing ourselves, rediscovering who we are, and we're able to tackle it beautifully by just knowing that this too shall pass, that everything is temporary, and the power of now is in the now. Mostly we get deterred when you think about the future, there's a fear, or about the past where you feel something is incomplete. But if your past has been beautiful and you feel good about it, or you can imagine a beautiful future and you feel good about it, so yes, live in that. But never forget, you're sowing the seeds of whatever you want in the future now. So invest in your now. Don't let time just cross by. Don't. Let it keep grounding. Let it keep growing. Today, let's all ground ourselves and our running energy, which makes you and me who we are. Imagine there is a very long cord attached to the base of your spine. It's extending down to the floor, so where your feet are or where you're seated. And deeper, deeper, it's going into Mother Earth. If you wish, you can imagine that this is like the roots of a tree going out from your soles or from your laps, where, however you're seated, wherever you're connecting with Mother Earth, just imagine from there the roots are growing. These are your roots, and they're growing deeper and deeper into Mother Earth. Just the way a beautiful tree has roots, deep roots. So your roots are becoming wider and deeper. This is called a grounding cord. Now imagine that the energy of the earth is flowing up through this cord and up through the soles of your feet if you're seated in a chair. You are growing. Mother Earth is a giver. She's full of positivity. And now you're seated and taking all the beautiful positivity. And remember, the more she gives, the more she gets. So you're not taking all her positivity, you're just taking a fraction of it. But what's happening right now is you're feeling the glow of positivity in your body, the warmth, the tingling. This beautiful positivity, this energy is flowing into every part of your being. And this energy is coming in from the soles of your feet and going up through the top of our head. Picture this. And until you really feel the flow of energy, keep feeling it. Keep inviting the feeling. Your body should tingle or feel the warmth of the energy flow. Now you can imagine that the energy of the cosmos is flowing in through your beautiful top of your head into your wonderful magical body through your crown chakra. Imagine the center is opening, the chakra is opening, and through that you're taking in a lot of energy from the cosmos. It's flowing through your body, going deeper, lower and lower, until it's reached the grounding cord. And your feet are on Mother Earth, or your laps are on Mother Earth. Now feel both these flows going in different directions and mixing harmoniously in your body. So you have energy going in from the soles to your top, from your top to your soles. And you should feel this beautiful warm light, the warmth in you. You are now balanced with the cosmic energy of vision, fantasy, imagination, and yet you're stable like the Mother Earth, grounded, humble in the physical plane. You are now a balance, and this beautiful balance will increase your sense of well-being and will inhabit and increase your power of manifestation. With this beautiful energy, right now, wish for a wish, whatever, that one wish. Think about it. Now open your hands towards the universe. Dearest universe, I thought of this one beautiful wish. With the energy that I have, which is from the cosmos and Mother Earth, and the beautiful cosmic energies in me, I surrender this wish to you right now at this moment. I know this or something better will unfold for you, for me. And I am a believer in this. And so it is. I seal the deal with you, knowing you are a master giver. So thank you, universe, for taking in my dream, for taking in my wish. Thank you, cosmos, for all the energy you gave me this morning. Thank you, divinities, for all that you've done for me, always blessing me. How blessed I am. To all the angels for always showing me the magic. To the guardians for ensuring I'm always safe. Such a blessed soul I am. I am love and light, and so it is. Let's now bring our hands at a heart level, expand our angel hearts. I am love. I am light. I shine bright, internally, externally, as I glow in love. I am a yes person for all things wonderful. I'm open and receptive to all the love and abundance in all possible universes, in this dimension or the others. And as I fold my hands in front of my heart, all I find is a sense of love, warmth, and happiness. My body is already radiating in high energy, so I don't need to bless every body part. But yes, dear body, today I wish to express my gratitude once again to all the organs for working on the optimum best, to all my body parts, which include my muscles, tissues, fibers, glands, bones, and my skin. I'm truly magical because I love in this beautiful body. I live in this beautiful body. And I love every part of my being. Let's bow down our heads in gratitude towards Mother Earth as well for giving us her wonderful energy. Dear Mother Earth, you've always been a giver, and thank you for your beautiful energy this morning, which helped me think of my dream and surrender it to the universe. I'm truly a blessed soul to be living and to have reincarnated on you, Mother Earth. Thank you for taking this planet. This was only formed because you were the giver. So thanks to you that we are who we are. And now, let's just invite and invoke our internal energy, which our body has so much of it, the one that you've used to surrender your wish. And with this beautiful lit up energy, let's wish each other that all our dreams are coming true. Let's add power to everyone's dreams by knowing that everything they manifest today will come true. Today onwards, we know how to ground ourselves, have the energy, and manifest whatever we will require. And all our dreams are coming to fruition. And so it is. With these love-filled blessings, I wish you, Sanya, Yuvi, Gyanji, Ushaji, Rina, Hina, Selish, Alona, Nehal, Prachi, Niriksha, Rigo and Naveen, Pratimaji, Sapna, Nisha, Mom, Akshay, Ankita, Ankita again, Sangeeta, Shubhra, Ajayji, Sakshi, Neelam, Mudita, Rohini, Kavita, Badri, Poonam, Nikita, Siddharth and Manna, Shelly, Shami, Ankur, Asmeet, Disha, Radniji, Bhadbhai, Kripa, Ankur, Peena, Prashant, Archana, Seema, Neetu, Harpreet, Shivani, Richa Jhuria, Radhika, Prakash, Jikisha, Sunita, Shivangi, Shruti, Kripa, Rima, Gaurav. I think everyone's covered. Me too. So thank you, Shivani. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Harpreet. Love, light, and blessings for everyone. Please be blessed and please keep evolving. Does anybody have any sharing? Any question? And Ritesh sir, you had a question. Let me see. Okay, so Nitin hasn't come. Today's meditation is not recorded, and that's okay. So that's fine. Ritesh sir, thank you for being so much in the Mukta thing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm glad that then actually all of you are learning to evolve and you're just understanding. The reason why we all are as a part of a Sangha and even we're going beyond our boundaries, and I thank Shivani for being the giver, for being able to explain to people and take her time. So thank you, Shivani, for that. And please reach out to your Sangha. You have a main group as well. If somebody has a problem, trust me, there are angels in our groups. People are very happy to help. So just reach out with your problems. Remember, until you face your problems, until you share your problems, how will there be a samadhan? How will there be a solution? So let's always be vulnerable, open our hearts out, share our problems, so that at least there's some solution coming up. So thank you, Shivani, and thank you. I think two of you, even Nehal. So thank you, Nehal. Thank you, everyone. And for those of you who want to call me, you can. But I always believe in the power of a Sangha. So if you are there, Mitu, I think you haven't begun the artist way, have you? Have you begun it? Pratimaji, thank you for your kind words. And I hope you are doing the artist way. I really hope you're doing it. You are? All the tasks? Pratimaji, I'd like to hear from you. Are you doing all the tasks weekly? I know you're very deep. No, you're not. So please, I will take you off the unified Pratimaji. I'm telling you, the unified people will all go off. That's my threat to all of you. If you don't work on the artist way, no more unified. So don't go so deeper plunging your unified journey that you forget this journey. That's the reason why I wasn't wanting to introduce, but I thought you all were ready, those 4, 5, 6 of you. So Shelly, so even you'll be off unified. I'm warning you all now. So I have to make it tedhi now. So please get up, get standing for your life, start the artist way. It's very, very, very easy. It's not tough at all. In fact, it's the simplest book, I think, just like magic book. So again, I'm repeating, please start doing it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's all get down to it. And Neetu, I think if you started, 5 of you are in line. So please take up, think for your family. Shelly, I will want you to do that with Ankita and with Akshay and Poonam and Sanya. You're also family here. So please take up. You have your family here, Rigo and Naveen. You can ask them also where you go wrong, right? They're already doing it. They can share their reflections. So it's very important to grow as a group, as a Sangha, as families. So let's just doing it. So Alifia is also doing it. If somebody needs help, you can reach out to her also. And that's why. So you're sharing. Very nice. It's nice to have your composite family groups. It's nice to learn from there as well. So thank you everyone for sharing your light. Thank you, Ritesh sir, for all the time that you give to us in the mornings. Thank you, Amrita, for the assignment sharing. Sanjay sir for having our back, to Shweta as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of love, light, and abundance. See you tomorrow morning at 5. Until then, take care. Be safe. I'm glad Radhika is helping because she's a very deep soul. So I'm glad she's helping as well. So great. Wonderful. Thank you, Rima, for starting it. All right, everyone. Bye-bye.